here with xPeke from Team Origin, who just played against Fnatic, put up a huge show. It was the first one to actually take rounds of them and almost defeated them in a complete series. So tell us, what was your plan going into the match?
Well, it's like we said it many times, we were confident that we will take a few games out of them, maybe one, maybe two. I always said it when someone asked me, I think the chances are not as bad as people think. I would say 60-40, which is obviously mean they will win, but it doesn't mean it will be easy for them. And you could see it like none of the games except one maybe was easy for them. Like only one of the games maybe they snowballed, but every game they had troubles early. Even if they got an advantage, we managed to stall, to play really good, and that's what we were thinking. We were like, we have been practicing hard, and we knew that if we got a good picks for ourselves, we would actually win the game. Like the first game we had the perfect picks, then third game we had good picks. We changed a bit, used I think it was the Alistar game. No, it was second game. Yeah, we fucked up a bit ourselves in the picks, but in general we had good plans. We practiced a lot of strategy, and we were confident that we could even take 3 games out of them.
Okay, going a bit more into the preparation and into the actual champ select, how much of an impact does your coach have and your support stuff in comparison to basically season 2 or season 3, where it was only the players?
It's good because it's an extra help you get. In season 2, season 3, I mean, it's still the same. We decide what we want to play, we prepare with them. But in season 2, season 3 will be like, we have to do the research, we have to think what they can play, what they cannot. While now it's more like they do all of that for us, so it helps a lot because they come to us and they're like, they play this a lot, they play this a lot. They haven't played any of this, so if they play it, it will be purely like 1 or 2 games in the last weeks. So it's really helpful to have that. And then we do the same. We just group with them. They make a lot of scenarios. They show them to us, and we are like, this one is not going to happen because it will be really bad for them. This one, if they go for this, we go for this, and we kind of do it together. But it's a lot easier because they are like working on that for weeks, and then before the game, a few days after, they come to you and tell you these are all the scenarios.
Going back to the match against Fnatic, and especially round 4, you were, I think, at one point 7-8k behind, and then you slowly started to come back. Basically the breaking point was more or less when Fnatic had their first Nash but didn't manage to take an inhibitor. Yeah. How did you manage to do that? Of course it was partly the team comp, but also the team morale. How did you keep it up?
Well, we have had this team many times in scrims where we are behind, and normally when we're behind we're like, game is lost, you know, like nothing to do. But we wanted to work on that, especially with late game comps like Lulu, Tristana. We were always like, even if we lose early, doesn't matter. We play until it's fully over because it has so much potential, and it happened so many times in scrims that we were super behind and we almost managed to win the game, but because we kind of gave up. But this time we were like, as long as they cannot take inhibitor, we keep trying super hard, like focus on everything, rotations, moving, wave clear. And we were like that. First Nash they got, we were like, we think they still cannot get a Nash, just give up second tier turret and defend inhibitors. And then when we saw they couldn't, we were like, okay, so it's going to take them at least 5 Drakes to finish the game, and we had all the Drakes. So we were like, okay, let's play the game. It doesn't matter how behind we are, we farm until Tristana has 6 items. That was the goal. During that game, when she had 3 items, that was the goal already. Okay,
so you were one of the few players in Europe that actually pulled out the Azir. Over in NA, we see him a lot of times. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the champion right now?
The good thing about Azir is that he has a good lane and a lot of potential to push. Like you could see, like it's so easy to take the turret with Azir against any other mage. He creates a lot of zone control with his soldiers, the ultimate. It's really annoying to fight against him when you don't have like really hard going champions. You need like super hard going champions. So if you play a really good Azir, I think you can always pick him, and you will have good early game, good mid game, and good late game. So that's what makes him strong. It's kind of like the other Victor. Victor is more like stronger for burst, Azir is more for poke. So that's our perfect champions. You can blind pick always.
Okay, and the last question goes back again to the match, especially the last round. Is there any particular reason why you did decide against Nunu as a jungler? Because you had Tristana, a hyper carry that scales with attack speed. Also, of course, the Azir that really benefits from the Blood Boil buff. Was there any particular reason?
To not get Nunu. It's just mostly practice-wise. We didn't practice it enough, and we didn't want to have a jungler that Olaf, especially Fnatic, when they play with Olaf jungle, they like to farm a lot early. It's like he farms, And every time he ganks, it's like using Ghost and trying to get the kill, and if not, back to farming for 2-3 minutes. So we were like, if we get Nunu in this scenario, it's gonna be like, Nunu is not the best at ganking, he's the best at counter jungling. But if Olaf is not ganking, he's just taking his own jungle, it's gonna come to a point that Olaf is gonna be ahead of Nunu. Nunu wouldn't have done anything early, and then we will rely on him just speeding up the Tristana. So we didn't wanna fall into having a useless jungler that doesn't do anything early and rely on just the buff. So.
Okay, thanks a lot for your time. Best of luck in the gauntlet, and do you have any last words for all your fans out there cheering for you?
No, well, thank you very much. I hope that they like the game, the series, and yeah, nothing else. Hopefully we'll make it to Worlds.
Yeah, I bet they did. Thank you very much.
Thanks.